These two carts are parked in my family room, and they have too much stuff on here right now. I know it's too much stuff because I can't easily and quickly find the things that I'm looking for from these two carts where I stash this stuff. Now, this is our homeschool stuff, but this is not a homeschool video. This is going to be a video about decluttering motivation. And maybe your decluttering goal is to just get one spot in your home a little more organized today, or maybe you are working on a big decluttering project and looking for a little decluttering motivation, or one side of your bed is piled with stuff and you sleep on the other side and you want that to be different, or your kitchen counters are overloaded and you can't use them in a way you want because you can't figure out where you want to put stuff. So before we dive into my 6 shelves in my little corner of my family room here, I want to send you a virtual hug through this video. You are not judged here. This is a community of kindness and support, so please feel free to seek that in the comments, and please comment and support each other with kindness on the video here today. My name is Erica Lucas, and I share videos about a 5-year decluttering journey here now that has led me through minimalism and simple living. I know I have too much stuff on here because I felt overwhelmed by the idea of sorting through all of this stuff. It held me back for several weeks, and every time I thought about what I wanted to do, I didn't know where I wanted to put it, where I wanted to sort it while I was decluttering. We might not even have the space sometimes to sort items while we're decluttering. So I want to offer 4 approaches in this video that may help you get started decluttering when you have too much stuff in a spot in your home too. The first method that might help you is to just simply create a blank slate. Clear everything off of the space that you are trying to work with. Just start is a common piece of advice that people give in decluttering groups and support groups, and I understand the heart and the intention behind that advice, but that advice is sometimes easier said than done. But it is good advice. Just get going. Start clearing it off, and momentum and motivation can spark your progress. And getting started sometimes can help you. Yeah, sometimes the mess gets a lot bigger before it gets better, but this method of clearing a blank space and pulling everything off gives you a chance to really deep clean the space and start over. The second method to help you declutter when you have too much stuff is to declutter backwards. Start with what you want to keep. I find this always works best for me because I'm process oriented, and it helps me see the end result. What do I want done to look like and feel like? How can I set it up and organize it the way that I want it? And then evaluate what's left. And I chose not to keep those items for a reason. Sit with those reasons and really understand how to turn your decluttering decisions into organization, and turn that organization into a household system that's going to work for you. Reverse decluttering works because it's a permanent solution for stuff, because you've decided what to keep and then really gave yourself an opportunity to evaluate the stuff you didn't pick. This method is not going to work. This reverse decluttering method is not going to work if you buy stuff to replace the items that you've decluttered. I've absolutely done that in the past, and that's just kind of the lessons learned of decluttering and what you want out of life and how to make intentional choices. So over time, over 5 years, my habits, routines, and systems had to change and calibrate to match all of my decluttering and organization decisions over time. Another method when you're dealing with too much stuff and you're trying to declutter is to just grab some quick wins, things that you know are absolutely things that you want to donate or trash or give away. And maybe that's in different parts of your house. It's not even the project you're working on. It's just something that's going to get you going and get that motivation and momentum built up for you to be able to make some bigger decluttering decisions. And finding those quick wins, those easy decluttering decisions somewhere else, not even the project you were thinking about, that might actually be the thing that helps when you hear just start decluttering as advice when you have too much stuff. It might be somewhere else in your house that you find motivation to actually tackle the decluttering project that you want to do. Finding a home for all the things that you've chosen to keep takes time too, and practice and adjustment. One thing at a time, one day at a time, one shelf at a time. I was moving things around and creating mini piles of stuff I knew I wanted to just give away, stuff that was trash, and stuff that I was going to store in my homeschool cabinet. I have a small gray cabinet in the same room as the carts for the stuff that we're not presently using, that I'm earmarking for the future. Because this cabinet also serves as a boundary of stuff for me. In here, I keep everything for homeschool that we're not presently using and we don't need out in front of us. And that leads me to the fourth method to try when you have too much stuff. Declutter an entire category. I love this method because it is a great way to live with less by leaps and bounds. Pick a category of stuff that you have in your house that you just don't want anymore. Maybe it's a certain category of toys or books or even a magazine pile that you just don't want anymore. And ruthlessly giving away a category or trashing it or decluttering it is a great way to make leaps and bounds with decluttering. This here is the Michael Clay Thompson curriculum. I'm getting rid of that. I already have a friend I'm going to gift that to. And then I ended up with the Good and the Beautiful curriculum for each of them that we're halfway through, a bunch of other things that I want to save for this coming year that we're going to pull out, but I'm just not ready for right now and I don't need out. So I want this boundary of this cabinet must contain everything I'm keeping for future years. If I can't fit things in here, then I have to let go of the things. It's just a practice that I've dwindled myself down to because it used to be a giant closet in my boys' bedroom filled. So now I force myself to be limited to what I can fit into that cabinet. And these are all our homeschool read alouds from last year that are just going to go back on the shelf in the other room where we usually keep our books. This was the pile of trash that was on the cart that I decided I was totally fine with trashing. And then this is where I ended up for the start of the school year. Here is the before and after. There's just less available, and having less to manage is definitely easier for me. Tackling decluttering projects one day at a time, one shelf at a time, and these 4 methods are things that I have tried over the years, and I hope it helps you declutter and make your space function a little bit better for you too. If you're new here, I'll just say that this is a minimalist homeschool. If you're new to homeschooling, maybe this is very appealing for you. Maybe you have a ton of stuff and you want to get to a place like this. I started out with a basement full of things, duplicates and triplicates I didn't even know I had. It's actually how this channel started. It was a homeschool channel with 90 subscribers, and then I got stuck with the amount of stuff, of homeschool stuff that I had, and I shared that and it went viral. A lot of people connected with just having too much stuff, and the support in the community was so kind, and I've come so far in 5 years to reach this point with one storage cabinet. It didn't start that way. Thank you for being here. If you want to see how it started, I'll put that video here, and I hope you're doing well. And take care. I'll see you in the next video.